But I do like that they went over there. I don't know. Apparently I'm doing a second video. Maybe. I hope this records. It went over there and it's like, oh, size limit reached. Why? Whatever. God damn it. Hopefully this goes. Okay, so, yeah. I've never had a drink that leaned into the pineapple, like the sourness of the pineapple. It's an interesting, refreshing kind of taste to it. But again, it's not exactly what I'm looking for in a pineapple beverage. So I do like it. But again, I'm going specifically off the pineapple aspect. Oh, here. So, where does the Rockstar Punch land us? I'm going to put it between the Mountain Dew and the Tanky Soda. Because I think it falls kind of in line with those two, where it's sort of an unusual pineapple profile. And yeah, we're going to go with that. I think it's going to fall between those two. So right now, Tiki Pina, Faygo, the Mountain Dew, Rockstar, the fucking Tanky Soda, and then the Canada Dry Pineapple. Okay, so let's do another weird one. We're going to do the Hanko drink. It's pineapple. This is the one that had bits in it. So hopefully it's still good. Does it say anywhere? It doesn't seem to. Apparently it's got 30% of something. Gotta let it dial back a little bit. One thing about it for sure, it is definitely not carbonated to the same standard as a Western soda, because that shouldn't have died down quite as quickly as it did. I'm guessing that's from the 30% pineapple, maybe? Let's give it a shot. Nope. This one, I think this one was in the fridge for too long. I think it went off. It's got a funky taste to it. I for all intents and purposes, sadly, I'm not even going to include this one in the rankings, because again, it's just, yeah, I think that, I'm guessing the bits were like, like pineapple pulp or something like that, and it didn't last in the soda the way I was hoping. No, that's actively off. Like, that's, sorry, like that's so off. I'm not gonna finish this. Ugh, that was very bad. Sorry, that one's out of contention. Ooh. We're gonna do Jarritos next, because I like Jarritos, and it's a. Oh man, that was bad, folks. That was some bad times. Like, soda typically holds pretty well. Even if it's, a little bit expired, like, you're pretty much good. But I think because it had, like, natural bits in it, that's a shame. I might have to go over there and order some new stuff of that and do a separate video, just to give it its due. Let's try Jarritos. It's so interesting doing this, like, back-to-back, because you expect them all to be very similar, and they're not. Because, again, this one doesn't have, like, a strong pineapple scent. I have to admit, it's not going to be as high up on the list as I was thinking. I really do enjoy Jarritos a lot. I like that they have a lot of cool flavors. Pineapple is typically one of the ones that I gravitate towards. This, however, next to the other ones, it doesn't taste as pineapple-y. It's one of those things where, absence makes the heart grow fonder. In this case, paired up next to the other ones, yeah, it's not as pineapple-y. It still tastes good. The pineapple flavor is decent. It's definitely not as like chemically or artificially as like the Faygo. It'll be interesting to see it. I'm going to try it against the Tiki, because this is presently in first place. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, wow. I didn't expect there to be such a huge difference. The Jarritos is still good. I still enjoy it, but it's much more muted than I would have thought. Okay, well, interesting. So this one, Jarritos, I'm gonna put it second place. I'm gonna put it before the Faygo because ultimately I think it's an overall better drinking experience. Even though I think the Faygo has a little bit punchier pineapple flavor. It's more artificial tasting than the Jarritos, but it's definitely not at the same level as the Tiki. So, put you there. All right, so we got three left, folks. We're going to save Fanta to the very end. We're going to do 7-Up cocktail. Hopefully this one's okay. Excuse me. It's in a can, and I don't think there's going to be any bits in it. Now, that said, it is a cocktail. It's got pineapple, but it's also got like maybe lemon and then something else. So we'll see where this one falls. Right off the bat, it doesn't have a super strong smell, but it is smelling more tropically than specifically pineapple. So we'll see where like I said, we'll see where this one falls. This is going to be another one where honestly I'm going to have to kind of omit it, because I'm fairly certain that this is like the Sprite Tropical Remix that they used to have. Or maybe, well, Sprite had it. But, okay, so yeah, there used to be this drink back in like the late 90s, early 2000s? Early 2000s, I want to say. I believe it was from Sprite. And they had like remix flavors where they went over there and added stuff to the Sprite. One of them was tropical. I was a big fan of it. This reminds me a lot of that. So it has a tropical flavor. It doesn't really have like a strong pineapple flavor. So yeah, I'm going to have to omit this one. As a review, it's not bad. Like I said, it's reminiscent of what I recall Sprite Remix tasting. But it's not quite as good. But then I'm going off a memory that's older than I'm willing to admit. It's sweet, it's bubbly. Yeah, I think it's basically substitute the lime for, maybe some pineapple and maybe like some dragon fruit or passion fruit or something. And that kind of blends it together. So, yeah, it's not bad, but yeah, like I said, I'm going to have to omit this one, unfortunately. Okay, so that leaves the two standards, folks. We got Fanta, we got Crush. I'm going to do Crush first. This has been extremely interesting for me. I don't even care, man. I don't care how many views this video gets. I am loving this. I also need to figure out some way to make videos that last longer than like half an hour. That's the dumbest thing in the world. I have more than enough storage space to be able to do this. Okay. Does have a pineapple-y smell. Again, not as... So far, the Faygo was the most fragrant, by far. But it's a very different pineapple smell. Okay. Man. Okay, so it's man, the cool thing is getting to do these like right next to one another. There's so many like new experiences that go with it. So the cool thing with this, and I've never really thought about this, because typically if I have Pineapple Crush, I'm just having Pineapple Crush, just thinking of it as a pineapple soda. In this case, however, having it next to other pineapple sodas, it's very evident that this is a Pineapple Crush soda. Similar to how the Mountain Dew is a Mountain Dew, it's a pineapple Mountain Dew. This is a Pineapple Crush. It has that crush undertone to it that I really, like I said, I hadn't really thought of. The pineapple flavoring is probably, I would say, in terms of intensity, probably similar to the Jarritos. It's not super standout, but it's certainly prominent enough. But then there's the undercurrent of Crush, which actually is a really interesting platform on which to build a fruit flavor. Plus, there's kind of a nostalgic aspect to it. It tastes like memories. It tastes really good. There's no aftertaste. Ooh. Interesting. Okay, so what I'm going to do... Where are you going to go, Crush? You know what? I'm going to give Crush the edge over the Jarritos. Just by a little bit. Specifically because I feel like in terms of taste and enjoyment, they're on a similar level. But this has the nostalgic factor for me. So I'm just going to edge it out a little bit. Just a little bit. So it's real close. We are finally ending on the Fanta. Okay, this is the one, folks. This is the one. It's the one I have the highest hopes for. It's the one that I have typically the fondest memories of as a pineapple soda. But there have been a lot of shockers today. I expected the Faygo to be on the ass end of this thing the whole time. So much soda. Ugh. Fragrance, again, not as punchy as the Faygo. Faygo wins on fragrance. No two ways about it. But again, it's very artificial tasting. So, let's see how it goes. Instantly, I'm happy. This one is going to be either number one or number two. No two ways about it. It beats out the Crush. It beats out the Jarritos for me. It's just going to be a question of this versus the Tiki. I don't think that it has as... I don't think it has quite the same level of pineapple flavor as the Tiki. I think that one... In terms of overall pineapple flavor, the Faygo might actually win out, but it's very artificial tasting, whereas with the Tiki, it feels more refreshing as an overall beverage. This is somewhere kind of in between the two. Still has a good amount of flavor, still tastes refreshing. So, all right. Try it against the Tiki. See which one I prefer. Very different. Very different. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, this is rough, folks. It's rough. Oh, see, I'm kind of running into a situation like I did with the Crush and the Jarritos, where I kind of enjoy these on a similar level. They're a little bit different, though. They're definitely different. They taste different. But I do have the nostalgia for the Fanta. It's just a question, will the Fanta nostalgia win out over the tiki. Ooh. Ooh, it really could go either way, man. I think the tiki, I think overall, has probably the best overall pineapple flavor. It's not the punchiest, but it is the best in terms of like refreshing and still representing the pineapple well. The Fanta, however, might be the best in terms of the entire drinking experience. It's not quite as heavy on the pineapple flavor, but what it uses to back up the pineapple flavor kind of elevates the whole experience. What's my heart telling me, folks? I have to listen to the heart of the cards. Oh, that just makes me sad because the Yu-Gi-Oh guy passed away recently. I have to go with the Fanta. I do. It's what my heart is telling me. Because ultimately, for me, I have to ask myself, okay, which of these would I grab? You know, like, if they were next to one another, which one would I grab more often? I would grab the Fanta more often. The Tiki, I think, is a really, really good pineapple soda. And I think that if I wanted a pineapple soda that personified the pineapple aspect, I think this ultimately wins out. I just think the Fanta overall as both a pineapple-based beverage and as a soda, just a little bit edges out the Tiki. So, Fanta is the winner. I had high hopes, but I honestly didn't expect it to be the winner. I was with so many competitors. So, the final rankings, folks. Fanta Pineapple, Tiki Pinot. Then we got Crush. Then we got Jarritos. I'm going to keep saying it with the weird inflection, folks. Might as well. Then we've got, oddly enough, fucking Faygo, which might win for budget. I mean, it's a budget pineapple soda. It's good. Then we're going to go over there. We're going to go Mountain Dew Baja Gold. Excuse me. Rockstar Punched. Then we're going to do the Tanky Soda. Then in dead last, the Canada Dry Pineapple. And then we have two that we had to omit. The Hankow drink because it went off and I just couldn't. And then the 7-Up cocktail because ultimately, although it has a pineapple on it, it just wasn't pineapple enough tasting for a proper pineapple drink. So, folks, I don't know how this is going to go because it apparently stopped, like, according to my phone, it stopped recording and then it started again. So I don't know how this is going to go. Hopefully you got this because I don't want to do this again. I love pineapple soda and this was really interesting, but some of these, I don't want to have to go over there and import more stuff. I mean, like I said, I might do this one just to give it a fair shake. But anyway, that's it, folks. The Fanta Pineapple is this pineapple soda's fan, his personal favorite. Though I do think there are a lot of interesting ones, and this was a really interesting personal experiment for me. I learned a lot about pineapple soda as I went through. It's very easy to think of just, especially when it's a fruit-flavored soda, oh, it's all the same. It's not, though. No two ways about it, it's not. But seeing them right next to one another really showcase just how different they are. So anyway, folks, that's going to do it for me. This might be a part 2 video kind of thing. I don't know. We'll see. But 5 things before I get out of here. Have yourself a great rest of your day, spectacular rest of your week, monumental rest of your month, Spanish rest of your year. If you can go over there and have yourselves a truly Fanta pineapple rest of your life. Final 2 things, folks. Number 1, try to bring some positivity in the world. It's not always possible. It is, however, always appreciated. But we can't do it all the time. I know I can't do it all the time, folks. Here's what you do. You try not to be an asshole. Okay? It's not always easy to do, especially when you're all hyped up on loads and loads of pineapple flavoring and sugar. But take the essence of the pineapple, the goodness that it represents, you try to mitigate the level of assholishness in your life, okay? Very final thing, folks, do the thing. Whatever the thing is for you, that's what I want you to go out and do. What I'm going to suggest you don't do is go over there and do a pineapple soda special on your YouTube channel. Because while delicious, I might be dying. But if I have to go, at least it's a delicious way to go. Conversely, do something way more productive with your time. Maybe invent your own pineapple soda. You can send it into the show. Or if you happen to have any of this that's in date, and you can get it to me, well, I don't want to give out my address. I don't have a P.O. box. You know what? We're going to just omit that whole thing. But whatever. Bye.